Hello my Scrappy friends, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout. So for this layout I pulled out my gesso and a large cheap paintbrush. It is dry and I'm just dry brushing on a little bit of white gesso. It's very subtle. I'm just hoping it will sort of cut that background just a little bit when I pop on my photos and bits and pieces, just so that they don't get lost behind all those stars. So I have a cut file here that I created myself. It is a soccer shoe or a football boot. I mean, all the same, aren't they? They're all the same type of shoe, right? But anyway, it's one of those. And in this case, it is a football boot. My son is playing AFL football. And that's what the story is, actually. He is physically playing AFL football in the photos. He is captain, which is pretty awesome. He is not, it's only under 10s. So every week they have a new captain. And it's based, I mean, they all get to have a turn. But they say that it is based on how well they went at training and the effort they're putting in and all of that. So it was my son's turn to be the captain, which is awesome, and he was very proud. And so he gets the little C next to his name on the fixture, and he gets to run out on the field first and just lead the team like a captain does. And he played really well this game. Pretty sure they lost, but he played really well. They possibly won. I don't remember. And the photos just look really great. And so, yeah, I decided to cut out a soccer boot and back it with some papers from the paper pad. He actually wears bright orange boots, but the yellow is pretty close, so I was quite happy with that. And then I'm just calling it Captain Jack, just really simple. It's a shame that a lot of the lettering is actually in the black section of the soccer boot or the football boot, but you can see it much better in real life. So hopefully in the close-up photos it looks okay. And then I'm keeping the embellishments really simple. I pulled out as many stars as I could find from the ephemera pack, from the chipboard, even off the thickers that I am using. There was a few asterisks, and I just pulled those all, and I'm going to use little clusters of stars around the page, just really simple. I am looking back at this now and thinking if I might go back to the layout and actually trim it down a smidge and put a black border. I think that would look really cute. So I might actually go back and do that. Just it's actually this, looking at layouts overhead, it's really incredible how you can sometimes change your opinion or see something you missed or see something you don't like in this overhead view. At the time when you're working on it, you're a little bit close. You're also at a different angle, so it looks a bit different. So yeah, I do find that a really interesting process of now looking back at the layout. Often I also voice over perhaps the next day or even a week later, and it is also interesting because I can sometimes forget what I have done or my thought process at the time while I was making. So it's also kind of fun to look back at it later and be like, oh, I wouldn't do it like that now if I was going to do it again. In this case, I love everything about it, but I am thinking that maybe I would pop a black border around the edge. I do really like the idea of that. But as you can see, just keeping the layout super simple, just lots of star clusters and a few splatters, and then that's it. Lovely. I'm going to use some gold splatters, but I'm also going to pull out the black splatters on this one as well because I think they will look nice popping off the black stars in the background of the creamy coloured paper. So here are the close-ups. I'm really happy with the way this one all came together. I will also be sharing the cut file in our Kitaholic Kits subscribers group, so if you are part of that, you will see this cut file coming out soon. The other thing that is really cool about these photos of my son is in the background is his aunt and our cousin, so that's pretty special as well, or his cousin.